Hello, viewers. Good morning and welcome to this week's edition of Personal and Family Security and Safety Program on African Town Hall Online Television. Today, we have the privilege of sharing these studios with a safety expert professional, Mrs. Taiwo Oyerinde, who is a Chief Superintendent Fire in the Federal Fire Service of Nigeria, Abuja National Headquarters. Personal and Family Security and Safety Program is brought to you by Secure Travel and Residence Services Limited. We are in the dry season now in Africa, and in a few weeks' time, the Harmattan season will set in and will be here with us. This period is usually characterized by fire incidents. This season also witnessed a lot of bush burning and forest fires that has led to the destruction of farmlands and homes and lives and property. In September 2020, a 30-ton capacity cooking gas tanker exploded in Iju-Ishaga area of Lagos, critically injuring over 30 people and destroying 23 buildings. On October 8, 2020, an early morning gas explosion rocked the Barua area of Ipaja, Lagos, leaving no fewer than 5 persons dead and 8 others with varying degrees of injuries. Domestic gas explosion has been the source of many deaths and incapacitation to many people in their homes. Flooding and erosion are endemic problems in Nigeria and in many African countries, largely because of poor road networks and rules and communities without erosion and flooding control measures. Every year, flooding leads to multiple deaths and the destruction of property and valuable assets and other agricultural produce. The challenge of coronavirus pandemic is still with us. Apart from the initial waves, which led to lockdown of the world early this year, new wave of infections are reported all over the world today, including Nigeria that has recorded about 150 new cases only recently. The safety problems of the world generally and Nigeria in particular is not likely to get better. What can we do? We at the African Town Hall Online Television, in conjunction with Secure Travel and Residence Services Limited, feel that the only way is to get smarter through constant safety awareness education for individuals and continuous training for safety professionals. To promote this needed safety awareness education to help our viewers, Secure Travel and Residence Services Limited, in conjunction with the African Town Hall Online Television, created the Personal and Family Security and Safety Program, through which we invite security and safety experts to come to our studios regularly on Saturdays at 11 a.m. to share with our viewers tips and strategies to help them and their loved ones and assets stay safe and secure. Today, we are pleased to have a renowned safety expert professional, Mrs. Taiwo Oyerinde, come and share her wealth of training and experience, tips and strategies to help individuals, families, corporate organizations, and government departments to mitigate the ever increasing safety threats in our environment. Ms. Oyerinde is a safety expert professional with over 30 years training and experience in fire and safety with the Federal Fire Service of Nigeria, and she has worked very extensively in operations and administration. She holds a Bachelor of Science degree and HND in business and finance related studies. Mrs. Oyerinde is currently a Chief Superintendent Fire with the Federal Fire Service of Nigeria in the Abuja National Headquarters. Ms. Oyerinde, you are welcome to our studios.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to our studios. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, great. Okay, well, viewers, we invite you to participate in the discussion this morning by leaving comments and asking questions on the chat bar, which Mrs. Oyerinde will help us to respond to in due course. We truly value your comments and questions. While making your comments, remember to avoid defamatory and inflammatory remarks. These broadcasts will be uploaded to our YouTube channel in due course, the African Town Hall, and we invite you to visit and view this and other videos on other aspects of security and safety we have aired in the past. While there, please comment on our videos, like, share this one and other videos that you will see there. And please, we also require you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And when you do that, do not forget to click the notification bell so that when we post other similar videos, you will receive information that we have posted for your viewing pleasure and learning. Today, we are considering how to stay safe in the face of increasing wave of safety challenges, especially with gas explosions, domestic and industrial fire safety and other hazards, flooding, and other sundry safety issues. So, Mrs. Oyerinde, let's begin by asking, what are the major safety problems that individuals, families, and corporate organizations should be careful about during this dry season?
Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure to be with you in this season. And there are a lot of safety measures that we need to take as a family, as individual, as an organization in such a time like this in our country, especially in this season of Harmattan. I will admonish that according to the fire standard, we need to take precaution of smoker materials, naked flames, heaters, gas, electrical oil, fuel. We need to take total precaution of hot processes. We need to take total precaution of cooking equipment, faulty equipment, and lighting equipment or hot surfaces in such a time like this. And also, we should be very careful of bush burning in this time around. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. That is very helpful and on point. Thank you very much. And as a safety professional with extensive training and experience, what are the major causes of fire incidents in a typical home, office, or industrial complex that people should be aware of?
Thank you very much, sir. There are lots of things to be aware of or to know that are the causes of fire in homes and in office, everywhere. But I will only touch the major one, which is natural causes. The natural causes are thunderstorms, earthquake, volcano, and etc. And the second one is human-induced causes, which is carelessness, nonchalant attitude, and acting. These are the major causes of fire in time like this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. That is helpful. Well, viewers, you are watching Personal and Family Security and Safety Program on the African Town Hall online television with Mrs. Taiwo Oyerinde, a Chief Superintendent Fire with the Federal Fire Service of Nigeria. Personal and Family Security and Safety Program is brought to you by Secure Travel and Residence Services Limited, your number one travel and residential security consulting company. You can join the discussion by leaving a comment or asking questions, which Mrs. Oyerinde will help us to deal with as we proceed in this broadcast. Okay, now, Mrs. Oyerinde, what steps can individuals, corporate bodies, and governments take to mitigate the threat of fire at home and offices?
Thank you very much, sir. There are a lot of steps we need to take as individual and as organization. And number one, I will advise that as organization and as individual, we evaluate the risk to the people. First, starting on the lower floor, we need to take the risk, and then fire and smoke spread through poor maintenance or damaged fire doors and constructions. And we need to reduce stocks and keep remaining stock in storerooms. We need to replace naked flame and radiant heater with fixed conventional heaters or central heating system. We need to retrieve the movement of and guide portable heating appliances. We need to operate a safe smoking policy. We need to ensure electrical and mechanical equipment is installed and used correctly. We need to take total precaution to avoid accident. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. This is very valuable. And they say if you do not know from where something is happening to you, it will be difficult to prevent it. I agree
Yes,
with
sir.
you that evaluation of our risks relating to fire and safety is something every family should do. Thank you. Uh,
Thank you, sir.
Now, do you have recommendations for federal, state, and local governments on how to improve fire safety awareness among the citizenry? How can we improve fire safety awareness among the citizenry?
Thank you so much, sir. I will start by saying that federal fire service needs to be recognized. The fire service needs to be recognized, and attention needs to be given to them. I can remember year past where I served before I was posted to Abuja. When you go to them, they prefer you to talk about armed robber. They prefer you to talk about how to shield their house from any intruder, not for fire. So people did not take proper cognizance concerning fire, and we admonish that individual, corporate body should take it serious that fire, as much as it's our friend, is our worst enemy. When armed robber enter into your house, it can pick one or two things, but when fire come, it will pick both the needful and those things that are not even needful. Everything will be raised down, and it will be very difficult for you to realize them. So I admonish that awareness must be created in all the local governments, homes, schools, teaching people, letting them to know what and what to do if there is fire and what to do to prevent it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I think it is important what you have just said about the fact that anytime we want to talk about security or safety, everybody's attention is on only security related areas, and we miss out on this
Yes, sir.
major challenge to our life.
Yes, sir.
And I like the way you analyzed it. If it is any of the other security issues, they pick certain things, but fire has no discrimination. If fire
At
comes
all.
in, Even if
take all.
flooding comes in, everything is going at the same time, and that is a real challenge, which I think both governments and individuals need to do something about. Here at African Town Hall Online Television, we are advocating a chance and a situation where there will be a robust educational program in all government departments. And they do that as a responsibility to the citizenry, go out there and provide this awareness, because if people know, they will behave differently. Thank you for
Yes, sir.
sharing your thoughts along those lines. We
Thank you, sir.
we do appreciate them very much.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
Now, viewers, you are still viewing the personal and family security and safety program on Africa Town Hall Online Television with Mrs. Taiwo Oyerinde, a Chief Superintendent Fire with the Federal Fire Service of Nigeria, based in Abuja. Every Saturday, Secure Travel and Residence Services Limited with the African Town Hall Online Television is poised to bring an expert in security or safety to help continue this discussion, so that as our own contribution to the safety and security education that we want to happen among our people, we are committed to doing this, and we invite viewers to join us by conversation, by comments, and by question. If you visit our YouTube channel, which is the African Town Hall, you will see this video and other videos on safety and security. And what we want you to do is to watch them, learn, and it's provided for you for free. Watch them, learn, and then ask questions and leave your comments. And through these comments and questions, we will come back to you again. Okay. Mr. Yerinde, before the October 8th, 2020 early morning gas explosion that rocked the Barowa area of Ipaja, Lagos, which led to fatalities and several buildings being burned down, a certain unidentified gentleman was reported to have stood by the roadside and actually redirected motorists rushing out to work that early morning, indicating to them that there are signs of an explosion that was about to happen. So, our question at this time is, what are the signs that indicate the possibility of a fire outbreak or a gas explosion in a particular location? Do you have some thoughts on different signs persons can see? Maybe in a home, you see it and then you say, it seems something is about to happen, or on the road or near a factory that can help them become safe.
Thank you so much, sir. Let's start from the home.
Yeah.
For instance, concerning our electrical appliances, when you begin to hear unusual odor, when you begin to perceive unusual odor all around the home, you need to begin to check what has gone wrong. It may be that some electrical connection are having friction with themselves and something is about to happen. So we need to look around our homes when we begin to hear a strange odors. Apart from the electrical appliances, our gas cooking equipment, sometimes you begin to perceive odor of leakages. You don't take it for granted. And that is why we go about to tell people how to test their gases. They should test their hose, and then they should make sure that everything is intact. From there, you can see that maybe something is about to happen and you take precaution. That is pertaining to homes. Pertaining to the explosion, the guys that came to the road to redirect people actually knew that maybe the tanker is somewhere on ground, or the tanker, there is issue with the tanker, and it may be one of the workers in that gas company. So he quickly came to rescue people. But I know many people will still shun this man, and then they will go ahead So many things can give us sign that there is going to be outbreak. But the problem we have in this nation is that people don't take precaution. But I pray that God will continually teaching us. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you. In other words, the signs are usually out. All we need is to pay attention as we
Yes,
perceive
sir.
odors, either of gas or electrical wires. We should not take them for granted. And I think that
For
is
granted.
very, very, very apt. And if somebody is giving you a sign, if you are driving on the road and somebody is giving you a sign, I know that
Yes.
security may warn you that that person might be up to something. That is from the
Mm-hmm.
security angle. But it is also
Yes.
wise to use your head and say, hey, why would a man want to redirect me? At least the man doesn't say stop and give me your car. He's saying go back and use another route. So we need
Mm-hmm.
to look out as we are driving. We need to look out ahead
Yes.
of us and exactly know what is going on. Now,
Yes, sir.
but from the responses you have given, this is a follow-up question from the former one. From the
Yeah.
responses you gave, I'm just seeing a yawning gap between awareness, education in safety, and people know many things, but it seems there's a lack of awareness in safety issues. Do you have additional comment on that can help people?
Yes, yes, sir. Firefighting equipment, many people didn't know anything about it. They didn't know how it can reduce the risk or it can eliminate the risk. People don't usually know. That is why when you go to them, they find it difficult to accept you because they are not aware of it. So we urge that more awareness. People should give attention. People should give attention to fire. They should give attention to firemen. They should give attention to fire representative when they appear because there are more that they need to give out so that people will be aware and then take it and then move on and prevent the fire. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And I think I would like the listening public and anybody who will view this video later on YouTube and Facebook to know that we as we plan our lives, we need to plan for our safety and security. We make a lot of plans on the things we want to buy and put in our homes. We make a lot of plans on the education we want to get, on the family we want to raise. I want to sound this as a contribution from what I have learned from you now, Mr. Oyerinde, that people need to plan for their safety and security along the same line.
Yes, sir.
And it
Yes,
will
sir.
not be out of place for someone to go out and invite a fire service personnel to come and review their home for them.
Yes, sir.
Take a look
Yes,
at
sir.
your home, help you see what hazards and what other safety challenges that might happen, and also provide training for for the family. These are things I do not see happening here, and I would like to use the opportunity of the light you are shedding to us now to invite people to in, call the fire service people to come and look at your home. Go, in fact, if you don't want to spend money, go befriend one of them and let them come and do it for you as a friend. You will
As a
discover
friend,
that what they
yes,
have done to you is worth millions of
it's
naira.
worth millions. Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Because the day it will happen, like Mr. Yerinde said, fire does not discriminate. It just simply takes everything in front of it. And that is what
Yes.
is very dangerous. Okay, thank you. That is helpful. Now, I
Thank
want
you.
to review an area that had to do, this is also a follow up question, to review an area that had to do with safety in our homes. The government is deliberately working to help people to reduce deforestation. In other words, they want to reduce how many people are cooking with wood, firewood, so that our forests can remain. Now, because of this, there's a encouragement for people to use the cooking gas. And there are some cooking gas specific um, issues you can relate to people. You have shared something about it, but are there additional cooking gas issues you can relate to people, because what I'm seeing is that many more people will now are going to continue to use the gas. So if you have additional safety issues on cooking gas, especially gas in the home, such as where should we place our cylinder and so on
Yeah.
and so forth, if you share that with us.
Yes, I have many things to share concerning that.
Okay.
Let me start by the area where the gas supposed to be. We need to keep them clear at all times. We need to keep them clear from all these debris, from all these load, all these unwanted materials. Flammable material must be cleared. The gas must be placed in a very clear space. Then the emergency door in the house, we need to we need to know the emergency door in our home. When we place our gas, we must not place the gas at the entrance or at the exit door. We must not place it at the entrance or at the exit door. It must be clear, and our entrance must be clear also. Then we must place it in the sense that even if there is anything that we want to run out, our escape route is free from all these debris. Then everybody must be able to use the escape route that you place before your gas. Although the way the house is built here is very shoky and then tiny, that people find it difficult. In fact, the kitchen is very close to the bedroom. Everything is choked together. But despite the fact of this, we must create a chance for our gas to be placed. And then neatness. The Bible says nearness to godliness. We must make sure that our gas area is very neat. Then we don't allow our children to go at all time to operate the gas, especially this time around that children are always at home. You don't allow them. Then another thing is that the matches we use for our gas, we must be very careful where we keep them. We must be very careful where we keep them. Other thing I want to say is that people must be able to find their way out of the building if ever there is any problem with your gas. If there is any problem with your gas, everybody in the house must able to find their way out. And much more, I will admonish that if you are using a gas at home, you make sure you have a fire extinguisher. And not only to have the fire extinguisher, but also to know how to use it in case there is emergency. The ignition system of your gas must be working properly. And if it's not working properly, you need to check it at all time and make sure that all things are fixed. Because gas explosion is a dangerous thing. I don't pray for anyone to experience. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. These are very helpful counsel, and we appreciate every bit of it. Okay. All right, ma'am. We have the rainy season. During the rainy season this year in Abuja alone, we witnessed several flooding in many places. In fact, I remember receiving up to 3 calls during this last rainy season. Oh, Mr. Meribe, where are you? This so place is flooding. Please don't drive your car on the road if you are in that area, because the flooding is heavy. So, and this is a common thing in Nigeria and even in several African countries. So, what safety challenges with flooding? And can you share with us about flooding? And what do you think people can do to stay safe and secure during the rainy season? Because the rainy season will be with us again in a few months' time. So, can you help us with some flooding safety precautions and the challenges that people can see and then what they can do?
Thank you so much, sir. Flooding is another problem we are facing in our country, especially if I can use Abuja as a case study. Though the Abuja road is very good, the networking is good, but the erosion is bad. The erosion is bad. And majority of people building their house, they are not mindful of the erosion. They are not careful. Everybody are just struggling for his own portion. Nobody wants to leave a gap for anyone. So they build the house and they block everywhere that erosion needs to flow through. Most especially some area in Abuja. I went to a place one time, it was heavily raining, and I can see as the erosion is coming down from the hill, as if I look at it. I told my daughter, "Is it a drama? What is going on?" It was bringing everything, all the table, those market women are using, their
Oh,
keg, everything. It was just bringing it down into the gully gutter that is down the deep before the major house that I went to. So I was just looking at it. I said, God, this is a little things that these people that live in this area, they can just make sure they channel this properly. But people didn't care. No one want to put, and this is for government, this is not for me. Many things we are suffering is something that we can easily solve at any time. When there is warning, people just need to obey that. This area, this is what is going to happen this season. Like now, there is a prediction by NEMA that at so time to so time there's going to be a heavy downpour, that people in that area should evacuate and then give chance, and let's see what is going to happen. They insisted, and they continued living in that place until the erosion came and the flood then took over everything they have. Flood is like fire also. He has no discrimination. Anything that comes his way, he took off with him. Thank you, sir.
thank you. But that is very candid counsel, and it is highly appreciated. Okay, so Madam, if you will help us with your final thought and counsel, anyone that you have that will help people stay safe and keep their children and ward secure during this dry season. Any final thoughts? Things you didn't cover at the earlier stage.
Yeah. I will advise that faulty wiring, overloading of socket, both in the home and offices, should be checked regularly. Leaving appliance unattended to after the close of work is very, very dangerous. Firework and juvenile related fire must be checked at all time. Refilling of hot machine and improper sanitation must be very, very, people must be very careful. Like refilling your generator when the generator is on is very dangerous. Make sure you switch it off, let it cool down, then you refill it again. Then improper handling of gas and cylinders is we need to take care of that. We should be careful about our cylinder and our gas. We must not be carefree attitude towards safety. We must not be careless about safety. God forbid mentality. God forbid mentality that we are used to in Nigeria. Yeah, God forbid it won't happen. We must be very careful of them.
Okay, that is very helpful. You, you
Yes, sir.
know, it is not good. It is not just good at all to begin to say, God forbid, in something God has given you power to deal with.
Mhm.
He
Yes,
has
sir.
given us brain. He has also blessed us to have people with expertise like you who can give counsels on these things, and professionals like you everywhere in Nigeria to help people. That is God's gift on these matters. And then we must listening to what you say, people like you teach and counsel is the way we follow God, not by living even what God has given us power to do for us to do. So I think that is a candid, timely warning. Thank you very much. It's
Thank you,
highly
sir.
appreciated. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Well, viewers, you have been watching Personal and Family Security and Safety Program on African Town Hall Online Television with Mrs. Taiwo Oyerinde, a Chief Superintendent Fire with the Federal Fire Service of Nigeria, Abuja National Headquarters. Personal and Family Security and Safety Program is brought to you by Secure Travel and Resident Services Limited, your one-stop shop for travel and residential security consultancy, training, and education. Uh, Personal and Family Security and Safety Program is a corporate social responsibility contribution of Secure Travel and Residence Services Limited, aimed at providing security and safety awareness education. We invite you to do more for yourself, for your own safety, for the safety of your loved ones. Get in touch with officials of the federal and state and local government fire service departments near you. Have them assess your home. Let them look at the risks that you face. Remember, we shared earlier today that um, you have to evaluate the risk you face in safety. When you can evaluate that risk according to your person, your home, your environment, your offices, you will be able to uh, have the opportunity to stay safe and secure. I have been kind of touched at a little bit, let's say, frightened by some of the councils I had today. Fire does not discriminate. Flooding does not discriminate. They take on everything in front of them. In other words, if other security problems that you might have, you can negotiate yourself out, bargain your life out, you can pray your way out. But if fire is coming, if flooding is coming, once you make that mistake, there is no return. And this is a very wise counsel that we have learned from Mrs. Taiwo Oyerinde today, who has spared her time to teach these things for free to our viewing public. Until we come your way again, we invite you to visit the official Facebook page and the YouTube channel, the African Town Hall. Where you are there, please view all the other security and safety productions that we have uh, put in those channels. And while there, we want you to like them, want you to share them, invite your family members to watch them with you. Our intention is to help you obtain the knowledge you need to stay safe and secure. And when you are in our channel, YouTube channel, we invite you to subscribe to the channel. And then if you subscribe, we also would like you to click the notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time we are able to post videos on these channels. It has been a pleasure for me to host Mrs. Taiwo Oyerinde today, and a very senior officer of the Federal Fire Service of Nigeria, who has counseled us on these key security issues. Madam, we invite you to come back again, because in future we plan to take specific discussions on fire extinguishers, on industrial fires, domestic fires, and all the different issues that had to do with security. What you have done for us today is to introduce safety, fire, and flooding. But in future, we want to take all of this one by one and give a detailed expose for the viewing public. We invite our viewers to stay close to us, stay tuned, visit our channel, and we are so very grateful for you. Madam, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you, sir. It's
Okay.
my pleasure.
You,
I'm so
uh,
grateful to
you,
discharge my duty and to honor my nation. Thank you so much, sir.
it is a pleasure for me here so much. I appreciate every bit of it. You have a great weekend, ma'am, with the whole of your family.
Thank you, sir. Same here too, sir.
Okay. Okay. Bye bye.
All right, sir. All
Yeah.
right, sir.